these positions, it leads back to that whole thing about the bamboo ceiling. The person was trying to say to me, to argue with me, that our struggle as Asians is unique in the corporate world because we are only allowed to move to a certain point and not allowed to move further. But listen, that is the same for Indigenous people. That is the same for Black people.
That's a lie.
Thank you.
Silicon Valley. That's a lie. Hey, sis, you all right?
Yeah. I'm fine. We're not even getting into the rooms. Black Americans aren't even in the rooms to be discriminated against for moving up at those levels. We don't even get off the lower management side for the most part in numbers. Finding a Black American that's like in the top levels of a corporation is like finding fucking Waldo.
Exactly.
Probably harder.
And like when you look at like the Fortune 500, like the motherfuckers who are like the richest people in the country and stuff like that, you know, we're not really up in there like that, but it's whites and Asians up in that motherfucker.
Yes, sir. All right.
Yeah.
People, the Canadian government is being sued right now by their Black employees who are public sector workers because there is a system of oppression in Canada within the public service that has made Black employees train the people below them to take the position above them. So when you tell me that it's a unique situation, it isn't that unique to Asian people, that they are allowed to be here, but not here in the corporate ladder. And it's not unique to Asian people. It's a white supremacist thing. And when those Asian people get into that middle part, they are so good at holding down other oppressed groups. And that's what we need to talk about in our communities. We need to talk about the anti-Blackness in our communities and how we uphold white supremacy by oppressing other groups once we're given crumbs of white supremacy in our positions of power that they give us. They give us that with that whole model minority idea. They give us that in so many ways.
Sorry, my bad. But go ahead.
Hey, man. She's really trying to act like Asians is playing the role of middle management. Like they ain't got the bag. Like in America, they got more money than white people.
You'll throw up the number chart in here somewhere, right? Since John brought it up. That's the perfect time to throw the money out there.
And when we're talking about like income, we're talking about wealth.
The wealth. I like using wealth. Fuck income. Even though they're killing us on income too, but I like using wealth.
Okay. We got to talk like we're meaning per capita. We're not saying that Asians have like in total more money than white people. I need that to be clear.
Yeah.
No, because there's different types of Asians too. Like I like so you know, Darity has the color of wealth report for Los Angeles, and they break down them into Indian Asians, Japanese, Chinese, Vietnamese, Koreans. So it's a deeper split.
Yeah.
Because then you see like there's a difference in their levels.
Right.
Ooh, wait. All right. We ready? Oh damn. Oh yeah. That's where we were, somewhere in here. I guess that's where we were last time.
A little bit of power. And then we, in turn, hold down other people. So where is our responsibility in all of this? We definitely need to take some. We need to talk about how this inherently is built into our cultures and we have to actively unlearn it. I gave you an example of how I'm doing it, but I'm telling you, my family is so diverse. My upbringing has been so diverse. I have South Asian, I have East Asian people in my family. And the one thing that's common is the anti-Blackness and Islamophobia. So until those groups, until Black people, Indigenous people, Muslim people, and yes, I know Muslim is not a race, but it's a group of people that are systemically oppressed in all parts of the world. So until we get those people out from under the thumb of white supremacy, until that happens, then all of our work for just one group over the other is garbage. Like you're not doing anything except finding a way to make yourself superior to those who are less fortunate than you.
So did she just say that we should fight for, even though she did throw an indigenous, and well, it is what it is. But did she just say that we should fight for Black people, and then from there, everything else will shake out with the rest of the hierarchy? Because once we get rid of white supremacy, things get better for everybody. Is that kind of what you just said?
That's what it sounded like to me. And it sounded like she was saying something about like $6 quadrillion, but I might have heard that wrong.
6.4.
Yeah, was she talking about? Yeah, I think she was alluding to our money. That's why I think she don't subconsciously she's talking about giving us our. I think so. I don't know though.
I don't know. She never said the R word, but
she never said that.
It seems like she was alluding to reparations. But okay.
She's Canadian though, so that's what.
But yeah, she's Canadian. That's different.
I'm Canadian.
But she's definitely saying until we do. It does sound like she's saying until we do right by people. And I know in Canada, their treatment of the indigenous is really bad, really bad. So yeah, interesting. All right, she's almost done, and then we can go to the other one. So
yeah, you may be unfortunately in a position of having less power, but there are people below you that have even less that you're helping to hold down.
Listening to Reset Race, you're now tuned in to Reset Race. You're listening to Reset Race, you're now tuned in to Reset Race. What? Put them back on the grill again. We grilling them, put them back on the grill again. We grilling them, put them back on the grill again. We grilling them, back on the grill again. We grilling them, You're listening to Reset Race. ADOS need reparations to make America great. You're tuned in to Reset Race. We no longer starving while others eat off our plate. No. You're listening to Reset Race. We focused on our justice claim. We know what is at stake. You're tuned in to Reset Race. You'll find out who really about justice and really who fake. Lineage go back to U.S. Southern plantations. Lineage, Jim Crow and mass incarceration. Redline and lynchings. We are old from this nation. You're not about justice if you ain't for reparations. MG the wise one. Cousin mother intellectual. Samantha bringing fire. Anti-black we pressing you. No permanent friends and no permanent enemies. The backbone of the country. To win you need our energy. You gon' see. Listening to Reset Race. You now tuned in to Reset Race. You're listening to Reset Race. You're now tuned in to Reset Race. Put them back on the grill again. We grilling them. Put them back on the grill again. We grilling them. Put them back on the grill again. We grilling them. Back on the grill again. We grilling them. You're listening to Reset Race. ADOS need reparations to make America great. You're tuned in to Reset Race. We no longer starving while others eat off our plate. No. You're listening to Reset Race. We focused on our justice claim. We know what is at stake. You're tuned in to Reset Race. You'll find out who really about justice and really who fake.
Until you do right by me, everything you think about is gonna crumble.
At the very same time that America refused to give the Negro any land, through an act of Congress, our government was giving away millions of acres of land in the West and the Midwest, which meant that it was willing to undergird its white peasants from Europe with an economic floor. But not only did they give the land, they built land-grant colleges with government money to teach them how to farm. Not only that, they provided county agents to further their expertise in farming. Not only that, they provided low interest rates in order that they could mechanize their farms. Not only that, Today, many of these people are receiving millions of dollars in federal subsidies not to farm, and they are the very people telling the black man that he ought to lift himself by his own bootstraps. And this is what we are faced with, and this is the reality. Now, when we come to Washington in this campaign, we are coming to get our check.